It's time to lock the doors and turn out the lights. You're listening to Tales of the Unknown.
It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive.
And good evening. Welcome one and all. It is time for that crazy show, Tales of the Unknown. And hey, it is a triple threat of fun tonight. I'm not even going to introduce Wayne and Ted. You know they're here. We've got somebody more important for you tonight. The one, the only, the legendary Rufus himself. Welcome, sir, Mr. Robert Mukes.
Yay! Yeah, brother.
Good evening, Doc and Wayne. Pleasure to be on your show, man. Thanks for having me.
Oh, the honor is truly ours. You've got such an amazing career, not just in horror, but TV, shorts, everything. You're just an amazing, diverse actor.
Thank you. I'm flattered for the compliment. I've been at it for 21 years, so it's coming along pretty good. But I really appreciate the compliment.
You can tell just looking at your IMDb, you've got a nice list going here. What got you started or interested in acting?
Let's see. I started off with commercials. I used to play basketball. I played until I was 30 years old in high school and college, of course. I'm from Indiana, so I was kind of forced to play basketball at being such a tall kid. So that led to college, and I did 5 years in Europe. And after basketball, it was kind of it wasn't quite over, but I was sitting up for trying to acquire more money on a contract, and I went to a television commercial for basketball, for like a Nike commercial. And I didn't get my first audition, but like on the third audition, I booked a principal role on a Burger King commercial, I believe it was, like 21 years ago.
That's great, man. You went on to do some of the early big shows, like you were in The Parenthood, Men Behaving Badly.
Those shows were very popular. I haven't counted, but I think about 5 or 6, maybe 7 shows that I've worked on were in the top 10 viewed shows at the time that I shot them. And so just the commercials, with shooting the commercials, I started looking at television in a different way, like thinking that I can be a big bad dude. So I lift weights and I gained weight and I grew my hair long and made myself look mean. And studied a little bit with some acting coaches, and so that's how I got some of those roles, being one of the biggest guys in town.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like we were saying before the show, man, between you, Kane, and Tyler,
yeah,
you guys are just the Nephilim, man. We want you in our alley.
We want you on our side.
We got to go into a dark alley, man. We're taking you 3 with us.
Well, Kane's an awesome guy. I've done a couple conventions and sat next to him, and I guess he's the convention pro. He's been at it for years, and he's an awesome dude. Doing the horror conventions, I've learned from some of the best. Kane, I had the opportunity to sit next to Sid Haig, and those guys are just really cool with their guests, and so I kind of try to learn from those guys.
Right, I mean, and you've got a lot of new work coming out, but you've even done, like, recurring roles. Like, weren't you on, like, 4 episodes of Weeds?
That is correct, man. That was such a funny show. It was outstanding. It was awesome to work on. Lionsgate distributed that as well as 1,000 Corpses, so I kind of felt a little connection going with that. And it was a wonderful time, very talented cast, and that was a really popular show. I think Mary Louise Parker got nominated for 3 Emmys out of that show. I'm not sure if she won one, but that show was really, really popular. It's still funny. I still get recognized for working on that show as well. A bum chuck. I was a bounty hunter out of Alaska.
Okay, so, Robert, yeah, I mean, with Weeds, what was it, what was it like to, because like you said, that was an all-star cast at times and one of the hugest shows, and you went on from that to, Slumber Party Slaughter,
Slumber Party Slaughter, that was an awesome show. Yeah, that movie was great. I got a chance to work with Tom Sizemore, and he's very, very talented, very, very talented actor. It was fantastic, yeah. I've had a consistent, like, two or three roles a year that are fairly significant is usually what I've averaged over the last 21 years. So I've been very popular, or very fortunate to be almost, in a sense, a professional actor. I qualified for insurance and everything like that. So I really enjoy this business of acting.
Amen, brother. You do such a good job at it. I do give it to you. I mean, you're one of those guys. I said you're one of those guys that you surely give who you are. I mean, you're very colorful, and you're everything that you expose yourself to be on film. I mean, it's awesome.
There isn't a person that's seen House of a Thousand Corpses that doesn't remember Rufus. I mean, you bring that character to life.
I'm very, very lucky to be a part of that. Rob Zombie, his art direction, the editing, shooting it, Universal Studios Live, that was just the most incredible experience for me.
Oh, I bet it was. You got so many different characters, working on that film alone, and I've met a few of those guys, and let me tell you, it must have been a lot of fun for you to do that.
What an all-star cast. I never had a chance to work with Sid or Irwin, but Karen Black and I had some scenes together, and Bill, of course, and so that side of the film was just awesome. Karen was amazing to work with, and Bill is very talented. It was really fun, man. It was a great time. It's been 15 years already.
Oh, I know. It's been a while. I really wish that we could have gotten a third film, out of those characters. And I know one time Zombie had said he would love to make one, and he actually had an idea to do another, but it's kind of out of his hands and Lionsgate thing right now.
Yeah, I've heard about that. But, you never know what the future entails. Bill's still around, Sid and myself, and you never know what'll happen. Although Rufus Jr. did die in Devil's Rejects right away, so maybe he can come back to life as a ghost or something like that. I'm not sure. Or a zombie.
These things can happen.
Well, that's kind of what we said. There's so many ways that they left Devil's Reject open to where we could have a sequel.
Mm-hmm. He's intelligent like that. He's an awesome writer. Rob Zombie's a very, very intelligent filmmaker. So I'm sure that was not an accident.
And that's the nice thing about that film is, you kind of see the end of that family in the first two films. He could go back and, create any kind of story that went along with what actually went, what happened in that house, because you got 1,000 corpses.
Right, exactly.
1,000 stories to tell.
1,001 with Rufus Jr. dying in the first scene of Devil's Rejects. There's 1,001 now.
Yeah, I think definitely that would be interesting. How was Zombie to work with?
Super cool, laid back, intelligent guys, man. It was just a blast. I had a couple of ideas as we were filming it, and he was like, "That's a great idea, Robert." Like when I walk out of the house and put my shirt on and drive the tow truck away, just that quick scene. I'm like, Rob, I work out a lot harder now, but back then I was kind of feeling in shape, and I guess I was in shape because as our society progresses, people get more in shape. But I felt really in shape, and I asked Rob, I said, "Rob, can I put my shirt on as I'm coming out of the house?" He's like, "That's a great idea, Rob." And then I wanted a gun. I always want a gun when I perform. I just feel this power of a gun. So, I asked if I could have a gun, so some of the other guys have a gun. He's like, "Robert, that's a fantastic idea. You got your sheriff's gun." Thanks, man. So he was just totally, and a couple of other suggestions that I had, totally cool with everything. Super cool director to work for.
Nice. You've got a lot of other stuff that you've been working on also. I noticed here a horror Western called Bone Tomahawk.
Oh, yeah, that is correct. Kurt Russell did that, produced it, and he stars in it, and that should be very interesting. I'm only in 2 scenes, and one scene I'm like just a silhouette sneaking up on someone, and then the next scene I get to do a little bit of damage. But the Slumber Party Slaughters, I've got a lot more action going in that film. But yeah, that Western / horror should be really interesting. I'm looking forward for it to come out.
Yeah, that sounds really interesting. I can't imagine. Did you get to work with him on set?
We're in the same scene, but no dialogue together. And his Western Tombstone was one of my favorite all-time cowboy shows, if not the best cowboy movie. And then, unfortunately enough, 6 months later, I was able to work with Sam Elliott and on Justified. So I'm feeling pretty complete, man. If I can just do a Western, I would just be in heaven, although I always want to work. But working with those two guys, those two legends, man, was phenomenal last year. I had such a good year last year. just the fact that I got to work with those guys.
Hats off,
imagine. I mean, like I said, you've done some amazing iconic roles. We've got to see Rufus again. They've just got to find a way to do it. It's got to happen.
Yeah, it has to happen. It will happen. It does happen. I've got an audition, actually, a pretty big recurring role for a television show the day after tomorrow, Wednesday. So I live here in L.A., and I'm part of the business, and I've got an awesome agent. And, you'll get more of my business sooner or later.
Awesome, brother.
Well, I kind of feel like we're neglecting Shannon.
Oh, no, I love listening. It's fine.
Well, actually, I was going to say, Shannon's actually in a pretty good horror movie herself, Lake Fear.
Oh, yeah.
Let's hear about that.
Oh, yeah. We filmed that last year, and there's a lot of gore and blood in it. We were constantly bloody. And it's been released in foreign countries as A Haunting at Cypress Creek, but it has not yet been released in the U.S. We're thinking next year it'll probably be released in the U.S. as Lake Fear. But that was so much fun to shoot. I love horror.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I heard the blood scenes were just gory. I mean, just like you guys had to sit and cake blood for a couple days there, as I heard about it.
Yeah, we did. There was a few characters who actually were like covered in blood every single day, and it was so hot, and bugs were like sticking to you. And
That's rough.
Yeah.
How many hours of blood did you guys use for the film? Do you know?
I have no idea. I can imagine it was a ton though. A lot of fake blood, yeah.
I think we got 13 out of corpses.
Dang.
13 gallons. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it takes quite a bit.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a bloody mess.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the good thing about horror films is, you can never have enough blood on those films.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done it myself, so you gotta keep it spraying when you need it.
Exactly, man. Exactly. And also one thing up at the end of the shoot, you've got some people doing a lot of work cleaning up too.
Oh yeah, I can remember working on the films I've done. I was always the first guy there and the last guy to leave because I was cleaning blood up.
Yeah, right. I've done a couple of indie projects, shorts and stuff, and my buddy Michael Rodriguez, I shot this little thing with him, short lamb feed. And he had a lot of work.
That looks like a blood fest. That definitely looks like a blood fest.
Yeah. I think the next day he after we wrapped up, he went in and put the work in and he said it took him all day to clean it up.
You get quicker, I guess, like cleaning up the mess. Oh man.
Now, Shannon, I noticed something on your bio that actually intrigued me. On top of being an actress, you've got a degree in nursing?
Oh, I don't have a degree yet, but I'm studying right now in college to be a nurse. I'm actually just trying to get my associate's degree right now. Something that and acting. Yeah.
You definitely have to have a B plan in this business and another source of income, and that's great. Fantastic.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Exactly. Me too. Same here. I'm very fortunate to be in corpses, so I get to go to the horror conventions to sign autographs. So I'm really, really lucky on that end because it can definitely be inconsistent. The year started off super hot. I've got a nice Dell commercial playing worldwide, and it's decent. It's doing really well. And then I did Justified, and so I kind of thought I was there. I've been working out like crazy. I'm all sober now. That's never been a part of my life since I was 14 years old. And, okay, I'm ready for some big projects. And just the biggest drop right now, other than the signings and then residuals from previous jobs. But I've got 2 daughters to take care of, so I have to have a constant income. And I'm just really thrilled to be a part of the horror community and House of 1,000 Corpses and signing autographs for that. I'm super, super fortunate in regards to that because I've done some bodyguard work and actually some doorman work in Hollywood. And at 50 years old, I'm just exhausted when the sun goes down. Unless I'm shooting something, I am totally, totally tired. But I wake up super early in the morning and exercise, do some stuff, and try to exercise for a second time. Or I guess I should say train. But, so that second source of income is really, really important. So congratulations for getting your associate's degree and doing the nursing thing. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
No rest for the wicked.
No, actually, I found that very impressive myself, and then exactly like you were saying, it's so smart to already be thinking about a secondary backup plan.
Got to have a B plan, man. You won't survive.
I mean, but you're getting kind of a hot start yourself, Shannon. on top of having your web series, Allegiance of Power, you've got that coming out as a movie, but you were also in Luigi Resurrection, weren't you?
Oh, yes, another horror movie.
Congratulations. Awesome. Congratulations.
I was not covered in blood, hardly at all in that movie, except for the end, so that's good.
The highlights of all the films you have to be in sometimes, I can only imagine.
Well, and that's the good thing about the horror genre is the horror genre will keep you busy. There's always going to be projects out there.
That's a really good point. There's so many horror movies that are on DVD, man. It's always, and we have a couple horror channels now out here in California. What is it? Schiller, and then another one too, I believe. I think we have two out here. So it's a really, really popular industry, horror.
And then, like you were saying, Robert, going to the conventions and signing autographs. That's one of the good things about the horror cons is the fans are so dedicated, and they will come out and stand in line. We've got Crypticon Kansas City coming up here in 2 weeks, and I'll be there for the 5th year in a row. And the lines are always busy at tables, especially House of a Thousand Corpses actor. We've got Sid Haig will be here again, and he's always got a line, down the room and around the corner.
I'm sure eventually I'll make it to Kansas City, although I haven't been invited to that party yet. But the horror fans are phenomenal. I've only been doing it for a year and a half, and I've heard some amazing stories from like 3 different people that they've worn out the DVD. One person said 2 DVDs. And I'm like, how do you wear out a DVD? Yeah. Because it's not supposed to make contact. You can't wear out a DVD. You do that. Wear out 2 DVDs. I'm like, wow, I'm flattered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
It's called watching House of a Thousand Corpses at least 1,000 times, and then watching it 1,000 more just because you can. It's that good.
So I don't think any other genre of movies. Although I'm excited, I'm training like crazy, and I get auditions on I got this Star Trek thing I'm submitting for, but I would love to do sci-fi and Spider-Man or Marvel or DC.
Yeah,
but,
didn't you also put in for Fear the Walking Dead?
I've submitted for that too, but I don't think that those guys watch those movies multiple times. I don't think you'll watch Spider-Man 100 times like people do House of a Thousand Corpses. So it's really, really awesome. The horror genre, the horror community I'm very flattered to be a part of it. It's so fortunate.
Yeah, that is true. People will totally watch the horror movie like over and over because, they like to be scared. I know I do that.
I've seen Thousand Corpses. I've watched Thousand Corpses maybe 50 times. And I haven't done that with any other. Tombstone maybe 20 times. But that's it for me. I've never seen any other movie so many times.
Well, with House, Rob Zombie is such a visionary that I can imagine there's probably all kinds of stuff in there that you'll find, new each time you watch it. There's always something you missed.
Oh, God, yeah.
It really happens, man. That is correct. The art direction of the set was phenomenal. So if you watch it again, look at the creepy shit in the background. It's just awesome, man.
The colors.
Your eye literally does catch something different every time you watch that movie. That's one of the iconic great things about it.
Exactly. About horror films, exactly. So, I can't express that enough that I'm very flattered to be a part of the horror genre. It's great.
I would have loved to have been on set and got to see it when they shot the segments with Dr. Satan.
Right, yeah. I didn't get to see that myself. I think it was like a 5-week shoot, and I worked on it for 3 weeks. And if you're not part of the scene, you really don't go to the set. So I didn't get a chance to see any of that. Why it was being filmed, that is.
How was the weather during the time that you were there on set filming that? Did you guys have any weather issues, any setbacks?
Actually, typically in California, it doesn't rain in the summertime, so we didn't have any as far as the storm or anything like that. But and it was all shot at nighttime as well. So in the middle of the desert, even in the summertime, it gets kind of cold. And I think it was like in the mid to upper 40s. The nights that we shot the scene where we're taking where I'm dragging the bunnies down the hill with the chain,
right.
And then we would throw one guy into the graveyard or into a grave, and then the girl takes off and baby chases her down or whatever. I think we were out there for like 2 or 3 nights, and it was kind of cold, man. That sheriff's outfit was polyester pants, and the cotton shirt was kind of thin, and
I'm Canadian, bro. I feel you at 40.
Oh, I was freezing, man. 45 with no,
Oh yeah.
It was, and the base camp was like not too. It was kind of far away because we're out in a big field, and so you can't like just have heaters on the side. And it was a rough one, man. But we made it through. It was good. No complaints, man. I've done some much rougher stuff as far as acting goes outside of that. So it was a breeze.
Yeah, I mean, like you were in like you said earlier, some very popular shows. You did an episode of Person of Interest, Criminal Minds. I mean,
Person of Interest was awesome, brother. I flew first class to New York, and I was in the Trump Tower in Manhattan. I was there for a week. It was just a great time, and the restaurants in Manhattan were phenomenal. They treated me really well, and that was just a really, really good show to work on.
Now, how was Devil's Rejects when you were in the opening of that? How was it shooting the beginning? Because I think that's one of the most iconic scenes of that movie is that shootout.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've only seen that scene. I did not work on it. That was more of a stunt. So the stunt guy did that scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, Rufus, Robert Mukes was behind the mask.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, wasn't me, but it was my character.
You have some other stuff coming up too. It looks like here, Nightmare City. It says it's announced.
Yeah, it's an indie, and I think they've got the budget for that, and it's a remake from a movie. But I think it was the '60s. Am I correct? I need to rent that movie, but it should be good, man. I'm excited to work on it.
And then you've also got The Mongers in pre-production.
That is correct. Something that's there's some indie stuff that they're still trying to raise funds, and I'm probably going to make some adjustments with my IMDb page if it doesn't work out soon, and not really do that until the budget is there.
Right.
But I've got my fingers crossed for that one as well.
That's a good thing about the indie scene is there's so many up and coming filmmakers that you can keep yourself busy, and there's a lot of great films that start out as independent movies end up getting picked up later on.
That is correct. But it's but one thing is for sure, it's really, really challenging raising the budget for the films. I mean, there's a lot of now that we shoot on digital
definitely.
and everything, we have a lot of people trying to do it, and there's just not that much money going around for that.
Speaking of which, don't you have crowdfunding going for Allegiance of Powers, Shannon?
Yes, I do. Spreading that around everywhere. We've been taking pictures of models and just like developing new awesome superheroes and pictures, so that we can put them on merchandise and all these things to help promote it and support it.
Awesome. Good luck to you. Good luck to you guys on that.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'd like to take a moment, Robert. We know you've got to get off and eat, so we're going to thank you. And true honor. Seriously, it was a privilege to sit down and be able to talk with you tonight.
Thank you. I'm very flattered for the compliment. I appreciate it. I'm going to work super hard and have more work for you guys. And have me back anytime.
Oh, you are more than welcome. You want the mic, you let us know, and we've got you live anytime you like.
Awesome. Well, good luck to you, Shannon. Pleasure talking with you guys.
Thank you.
I'll see you in the set, Shannon, and talk to you guys later.
All right, you have a good night, Robert. Thank you.
Bye.
Awesome. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you again. That is much appreciated.
Thank you, brother.
It's time to lock the doors and turn out the lights. You're listening to Tales of the Unknown.
It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive.
And we are back live on Tales of the Unknown. We were joined earlier by Robert Allen Mukes, and we are still joined live by Miss Shannon Snedden.
Hello.
Hello. Now, before the break, we were talking about your TV series and your web series. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Oh, Allegiance of Powers? Yes. Well, it started out, I was kind of there when very crazy idea for that, which was like a corny superhero type movie. Well, with corny characters, but then also badass, awesome characters, and with crazy action, horror, and awesome special effects. And they were like, let's do this. So they made this web series, and it kind of got a big fan base. slowly and slower, started to become a little more popular. So they were like, okay, well, let's make a feature film. And Then Productions, they did that, and it is awesome. So we're now, they finished filming it. They're in post-production, and they're almost finished with that. We're just trying to get funding for this bit right now, and I cannot wait for it to be released.
Right, and there's an Indiegogo campaign going for that right now?
Yes, I posted it everywhere I can. But I'm not sure how to search it, but I think it's just like Allegiance of Powers, Indiegogo / Allegiance of Powers. Yeah. And we've taken a lot of pictures of models and have them dressed up as superheroes from the world of Allegiance of Powers, and we're going to put them on merchandise and posters and have these things for fans to get when they donate, or if they would like purchase them, for the movie. And so I think that's awesome. That's a great idea before it comes out, and I'm excited about it. I love that. This project.
It sounds like it was a lot of fun to do, especially balanced off with the other horror movies.
Yeah, it was. It was fun because I had to play an evil girl. I was evil, but I was actually evil, but I played like I was good. So I'm kind of like very deceptive, and I think that's a very fun character to play. I like playing evil characters. I don't know why. And carrying guns and things like that. Like I like being badass like that. That was really fun. And I'm hoping to be back in a sequel. I hear they're going to make a sequel. So.
Well, sequels are good.
Yeah.
And you said it's in post-production right now?
It's in post-production, but I think they're literally, like about to finish.
You guys shot that last year, it looks like?
Yes. All last year.
So you were busy in 2014 because it looks like you did Lake Fear also in 2014.
Oh, yeah, I did Lake Fear and Ouija Resurrection. Last year was a good year. The 2 horror movies and Allegiance of Powers all finished. And, yeah, last year was a great year.
I can't wait to see Lake Fear. See, originally titled Cypress Creek, but it's going to be Lake Fear here.
Yes. It just got released overseas, like in foreign countries. I'm not sure which countries, but I know that it's released in England, but it's released as a haunting at Cypress Creek.
Ah.
So then, yeah. So next year, in 2016, they're hoping to get it into the U.S. as Lake Fear. So I'm just like, awesome, but I'm waiting for it to come to the U.S.
Well, that's good. It seems like it has a pretty good ratings here so far on IMDb for where it has been released. So
really?
That's bonus, yeah.
That is awesome.
It's getting a high ranked rating. It's getting great reviews.
Sweet, that is amazing.
I said I'm right there with Wayne. I can't wait to see it. It looks great.
Oh, I'm a huge horror nerd. I have to watch everything that comes out.
Me too.
You also did a short called Flypaper.
Oh yeah. I did a short called Flypaper, not even a month ago, but, 5 years ago we did a short called Flypaper with MGI Productions, which was totally different from the Flypaper that they did, this month. Because, it's kind of with the same story, kind of, but they just totally redid it. And it's produced by, Jessica Willis, the one that was just shot. And I got to be in both of them, but as little parts in both of them. I can't really say what I was, but and I'm not sure if the Flypaper that was released in 2010, if anyone has ever seen that, or I don't even know if anyone's seen that actually. I don't know where you can find that, but it was a little short that we shot.
Shorts are a lot of fun. I've done several of them myself. And they're they're quite a bit challenging, especially with horror, because you've got so little time, but you still got to, pack the story in there and get it across and scare people with it. So it's challenging,
Exactly.
And it's a lot of fun.
That's true. And when I did Malice, which was like a 3-minute short, it was at first they did like 3 minutes. I think it was a minute and 50 seconds, and then it made it into 3 minutes. And I'm in the second half, and they shot that thing in less than a day, in like a couple hours, with MGI Productions, which is Michael Crum and Gerald Crum, and they are like, they did everything. The special effects, the masks, the gore. They came up with the idea like on the spot, and shot it within probably I think like 2 hours. They shot the majority of the first half, and it's just crazy because the horror that they think of, they just come up with it on the spot, and they spit it out, and it ended up being pretty scary. And then they were like, hey, let's make it into a 3-minute like horror short. So then they added that. They took another like a day, less than a day, and shot the other half. And it's crazy because you do have to think of all these little things, to scare people. But the crazy thing is, MGI Productions, like they're very good at horror and coming up with really twisted things on the spot, and they always have blood prepared, fake blood prepared. So, and crazy ideas. So we came up with that, or they came up with that really, really quickly. And I'm surprised how scary it is. And we show that clip to people, like the short to people, and they like, some people can't even look at it. They're like, oh, I know I don't like to watch it. I like horror, but I love horror, but at the same time, I don't like. I like it, I love it, but I don't like it. Because yeah.
How was it working on it says the Ouija Experiment 2 Theater of Death?
Oh, that was really fun. That was by Israel Luna, and he called me one day and was like, hey, I have a part for you. And I'm like, okay, sweet. So he's like, how about you play a really shy, awkward, creepy girl? And I'm like, okay, that sounds amazing. And a couple weeks later, we shoot in Willington, Texas. It's like the most damp, hot weather. But we shoot for about a week straight. I think a little over a week. And we get it done, and it wasn't as gory as like Lake Fear and things like that. But there's a lot of jump scares in that one. And that was actually super fun to make, because I like going on different locations, and I don't, there's something about filming horror movies that I really love, because you get into that mindset of like you have to make yourself scared.
Right.
And I really like that. Yeah. That was fun.
Have you ever actually scared yourself on set?
Oh yeah. I have to scare myself. I have to literally scare myself sometimes. Because I have to believe that it's real. So in my mind, there's a thrill to that. That's why I like horror so much, because it gives you that thrill. Like this might be real. Like let's pretend like it's real, but it's not. So I screamed a lot, and a couple times they're like, Shannon, I didn't know you screamed like that. I'm like, well, I'm actually scared of this. Whatever this thing y'all created, with this mask, running at me, so kind of is really scary on set.
Well, the fun thing about working on horror films is that I've noticed in the indie world, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of actors that seem to think that horror is, an easy way to start. But horror films are actually, genre-wise, they're kind of the hardest to make.
Oh, yeah. I think so. I actually really do, because when you film a drama or an action, I think action's high on the post-production and the special effects and stuff. But horror, you gotta have all this, you gotta have all those costumes, and you have to have all these creepy sounds and angles, and it has to be just right, because how some people, you have to do something that will scare people, and
right.
Most people they'll watch a horror movie and they're like, okay, I'm going to watch this and let's see if it scares me. I'm going to make sure I don't be scared. You want to try to challenge that.
Right.
Yeah,
well, with horror, you have so many different elements because you have bits of drama, bits of comedy. You know, it's all mixed in together. I know there's other genres that are hard. I've had a lot of people tell me that comedy is extremely hard to pull off. I just know from experience with horror, you know, you have all these different genres in different films that kind of combine together, so it makes it, you know, it's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, that's true, because you can't, well, you can, but it's not just horror. It's awesome when you do add comedy in there. And there is a movie coming out that I hear India Productions are fixing to create. It's called Spooky, and it's written already, but it has a lot of comedy and a lot of horror that is much like the horror in Lake Fear, which is like really twisted, dark horror. And I think those type of movies are what I like the most. When you have like comedy, but then it twists around to something really, really scary. You know, you have a bunch of little elements in there instead of just horror.
And then you've got another one here in post-production, Body Harvest.
Yes, I did. I was in it for like maybe a couple minutes, and I was really happy and lucky to get on it because I was contacted by Billy Blair, and I know it's directed by George L. I can't say his last, Heredia or Hereda. I'm sorry if I'm saying his last name wrong, but I was contacted by Billy Blair, and he was like, "Hey, do you and Jessica Willis want to come and be on this movie?" And we're like, "Yeah." So we come on it, and we play these like sexy ladies. So that was a little different, different than I've ever done. But it was, I was only on it for like maybe a minute or two, I believe. And I don't know much more about the film. Yeah,
because just the time that she was in the scenes there. How about do you have any other stuff that you're working on right now?
Let me think. Well, I did get to do, for the first time ever, I got to be behind a camera on this movie called Coming Home, which is by Rod Hermanson. And it's a really beautiful film that he wrote about him, and it's about a father and his daughter. And the daughter is in softball, and it's like it's a drama, and it's kind of like one of those heartbreaking dramas. And I got to be behind the camera on some parts of it. Actually, like probably half of it, I think. And I've never done that before. I've never held a camera, and it was really fun. So I got to be like an assistant camera on that movie, and it's really difficult. I didn't realize how difficult it is, you know, to get like to keep it steady and straight, you know. But it's definitely, it was fun, and it's definitely like its own form of art. So I got to do that. That was really fun. I did that this year. Yeah, camera work is it takes quite a bit to be able to do it. That's for sure. It does. Yeah, I was nervous about it. I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. Well, it's an experience you have now, though. True. And I'm trying to do a little bit of everything.
Right, you're becoming a well-rounded actress in all regards, and we look forward to having you back in the future.
No problem.
It's been an amazing honor to have you on the show tonight.
It's been fun. Thank you for having me here.
Now we want to make sure everybody gets that again. Now, Allegiance of Powers, they can look up on Indiegogo, right? That's the one that has the crowdfunding going right now. So we want to do all we can to help get that out and get that started for you. And we wish you the best of luck. Like I said, we look forward to having you again in the future, and thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Whenever you have some stuff coming up and you need to get a shout-out, make sure you let us know, and we'll be sure to have you on.
I will. Thank you so much. Y'all take care.
You have a good night.
You have a great night.
Bye-bye.
And we are back on Tales of the Unknown. Hey, it's been brought to my attention. I almost forgot something very important. We have to take a moment and send out a huge Tales of the Unknown happy birthday to to Mr. Emery Sloan, Malevolent Magazine. Mm-hmm. Yes, we do. Are you there, boys?
Yeah, we're still here.
Like I said, we definitely have to take a moment here before we do anything else and make sure that we send a happy birthday to Emery.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday. Ted, start singing it.
Happy birthday to you.
To you.
Happy birthday to you.
And yes, Emery, he's even doing the Maryland dance right now for you.
You got it.
Happy birthday, Emery.
Happy birthday, Emery.
And we also want to take a moment and send a special thank you out to Amy. I mean, God, Emery and Amy have done so much for us here on Tales of the Unknown and Nomad Radio, and we are ever thankful.
Thank you.
We're very thankful. Man, it got a little confusing tonight, didn't it?
Oh, that was yeah. That's those, to use somebody's words, I won't say who, but that's those damn time zones, man. They get us every time. That's,
Yeah, sorry, folks. We had Robert for the first hour and Shannon for the second, but we got some wires crossed and we got Shannon early. But I think it still played along pretty well.
Oh, most definitely. That went quite well.
Unfortunately, we don't have any guests left, so you guys are stuck listening to us babble on. But we do have something else to talk about, though. Right, Doc?
Yeah. I was going to say, come on. We all love Comic-Cons. We all love cosplay. But this guy we want to talk about, this guy's taking it to the next level, man. He has taken cosplay and, in my opinion, created, as I worded to you earlier, a movie character, basically, but outside of the movie in the real world. And he did it for nothing but love and on the aspect of the simple smarter. And Father Evil was literally, just brought to life. Like, this guy is just amazing.
I'm looking at pictures here. Talk about creepy.
Yeah. And basically, as he says, it's a $20 priest costume and a set of contacts. And the rest is just him getting into character. But he's taken it so far and done it so well with backstory and everything. This man has literally, in my opinion, created almost like his own iconic character outside of the movies.
I'm trying to read up on him right here. I'm looking now. He's got a convention he's coming up as a guest, I believe.
Yes, he does. It's been announced that he's actually been invited to a horror convention. Now, he started at horror conventions back around 05, 06. And he thought that's the thing. He thought it was so cool that people dressed up in the horror-themed characters, even though it was, it wasn't Halloween. So that's what he figured. He was trying to figure a character, and as he states in his bio, he used to dabble in special effects. So he wanted to do something quick and easy with the less is more attitude.
Ah.
Now, like he said, he had thought, what could you do? Everybody's seen vampire, clowns, zombies. So he's got a possessed priest. And like he said, he was toying with it for years and decided why not. A real evil face, a pair of white contacts, and presto. It was supposed to be a one-time thing. As soon as they got there, people just ate him up. The real clincher was when I walked into this room featuring Italian horror directors. I'm going to read his words here because people, you're going to love this. This one director, the name escapes me, saw me and excused himself from a line of fans. Ran up to me saying in his broken English, "You're beautiful. I love this. So original." He called his assistant to start taking pics of me. I was dumbfounded. Later on that day, I thought to myself, if the people and directors love this so much, I may have something. And the rest is history.
Yeah, he's pretty colorful.
This guy is no different than you or me, though. This guy's got a job, a wife, a kid, and he does all this out of his own pocket. Just for the sake of love. And I mean, he's really created an amazing character here.
Yeah, he looks pretty scary.
Now we need Father Evil in a movie.
Definitely. That's what I'm thinking. Well, I mean, his own storyline just leads you to it. They got to do a movie explaining how he came back from the blinding white flash.
Yeah, we need to know that.
The infant Louis Alvera was taken in by the church and raised as one of their own. 40 years later, Father Louis E. Valera has become a loyal servant of the church and the head of witchcraft investigator. One of his investigations leads him to a satanic convent that was attacked by one of the local villages. Father Valera investigates the convent and begins to repurify holy items of the church that may have been tainted. That's when he encounters the heinous book that will forever change him. Upon opening its pages, he surprisingly is able to read the ancient text within. Suddenly, a blinding white flash enveloped the room, and no one sees or hears of Father E. Valera again.
This gave me the chills. I think we lost Ted. It scared him away.
Me so not scared.
Oh, don't start talking like that. You will scare me. No Jar Jar Binks, man. Come on now.
Well, he's not, Father Evil, he's not young. He was actually born in Galicia, Spain in the year 1372.
So he's a vampire.
Ooh. Well, not sure here. His parents, it sounds like basically, I think he's a possessed priest.
Yeah, he could be a demonic possession.
He read some ancient text and boom, that was it. Father Evil was born.
He's coming for you, Ted.
There's definitely a story in between here and where we are today, and I'd love to get the man on the show to look into that further.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun to talk to. We were going to have him on, but the schedule just wasn't working out right now.
No, exactly. I mean, and obviously he's a busy man, as we see. And again, like we said, this guy actually, has a real life job, kid, wife. He's just like you and I. But he's got a lot of upcoming appearances. He's going to be a part of the Horror Hound weekend, or was.
That's a fun event. That's a pretty big event.
Yeah, I'm not sure if these are for next year or this year, but either or. He was either going to be a part of or was a part of the Wicked Fair, which is a Winter Renaissance Fair, Grindhouse Nights, Monster Mania Con, Horror Hound Weekend, and Chiller Theater, as well as the Texas Frightmare Weekend.
Yeah, Texas Frightmare is another big one.
So, I mean, yeah, if you get a chance to see Father Evil, check this guy out, because, I mean, amazing. I mean, like I said, in my opinion, cosplay to the total next level. This is bringing your cosplay to absolute life.
Yeah, you can check him out. Anybody listening, you can find Father Evil on Facebook. Just go to search and type in Father Evil, and you'll bring him right up. You can't miss him.
You can also find him on his website, fatherevil.com.
Yes, he looks like a father, and he looks like he's evil.
Oh, creepy he's got a great creepy look to him, man. I give the guy full credit. Like I said, like that's just wow.
It looks like a mix between Ming.
That's what it's all about. That's what I love about the indie scene and the con scene, and I'm serious. It's that level of imagination and creativity, especially available to us nowadays. There's so many DIYs and proper like good YouTube videos and everything. Almost anybody can do effects or latex and stuff like that to at least a decent degree now.
It's awesome.
And it's really bringing out an amazing creative level. And I'm loving it. And to see a guy like this that just takes it to this level, yeah, that's somebody that people need to know about.
Oh, I've seen so much talent just in the cosplay scene alone. It's unreal. Look at recent images they put out about the next X-Men film with the character Apocalypse. This is an iconic character from the comic books, and they've taken him and turned him into basically, a Power Rangers looking character. And I've seen somebody take that image and put it next to a cosplay Apocalypse. And the cosplayer just put a huge, big-budget studio to shame.
Oh, exactly. And I totally agree, I mean, that's the thing. That's what we can do now. It's all there at like anybody's, fingertips, basically.
Oh, it's awesome when you watch these people come out and they have costumes that are just amazing. Like tonight, here down in Kansas City, we have... at the K, which is the Kauffman Stadium for the Royals, they have Star Wars night, and I mean, it's just amazing. The suits, everything from Darth Vader to every stormtrooper. I mean, and these guys have just got their stuff together, man. I mean, it looks amazing. Just the time and dedication these people put into their work.
The question I have is why would they want stormtroopers on a ball field? They can't hit anything.
I like that.
They're not known for hitting anything.
Yeah, if you really know about them, you'd understand.
Like that.
But they had, yeah.
The cosplay, I'm going to see a bunch of that coming up here in 2 weeks because we've got Crypticon Kansas City going on, right, 2015.
Yeah, we got to get Chaz on.
Oh yeah, I told Chaz I wanted him to come on and talk about the event, talk about his band, Devil Sex, and talk about all the amazing films that he's been a part of and that, that they've got planned for the future. And he said he'd love to at some point in time. He's a busy guy right now with, Crypticon being so close away, so I'm sure he's working his butt off just keeping busy with that.
Yeah, well, we're going to find a way to make sure we get him on the phone because, just look at the amazing list of guests this man's already lined up for us this year. You got what? You got Sid Haig. You got Douglas, I almost did it again.
Here we go. I can run down the list, which is it's pretty big. We've got Lance Hendrickson.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Heather Langenkamp from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right.
Tony Todd, Candyman himself.
Oh, sweet.
Sid Haig, Captain Spaulding. Doug Bradley, Pinhead.
Pinhead. Yeah, I almost said Adams.
I've got to talk to him before. He's a lot of fun. Derek Mears.
Yep.
Derek Mears got to play in the remake of Friday the 13th as Jason. He was in Predators. He's got a pretty long list here of stuff that
he'd be another great interview.
We've also got Vernon Wells from Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior, Weird Science. He was in several films.
Oh, yeah.
Hints if your agents or your people are listening out there, right? As we say, like each one to be a great interview.
Interview, hint.
Subliminal interview message time, yeah.
We've got Robert Mallet. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Robert Mallet. He was in The Strain, Pacific Rim. Oh, wow. Oh, I do recognize him now from Pacific Rim. And looks like WWE Kurgan. I have no idea what that is.
Maybe he was a wrestler, Kurgan.
I knew it.
Moving down the list a little more, we have, here's a big one, Eric Roberts.
Yep. Eric
Roberts has been in everything.
Yeah, dude, everything.
From Dark Knight, The Expendables to Runaway.
He's a great underrated actor.
Then we have Terrence Zunich, who was in Repo the Genetic Opera, The Devil's Carnival, and it looks like The Devil's Carnival, Alua, I guess is how you pronounce that. I've never seen either one of those. I've heard a lot about The Devil's Carnival. Then we have Alex Vincent, of course, Little Andy from Child's Play, Child's Play 2. Then Ashley C. Williams from The Human Centipede, Julia and the Church, Robbie Morgan from Friday the 13th, Diane Goldner from The Collector, Hatchet 3, Zombies Halloween 2, I believe, Pulse 2 and Pulse 3.
Wow.
Clu Gallagher from Return of the Living Dead, The Feast Trilogy, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and Piranha 3 Double D. This is a big list. I'm still going on here.
I know.
We've got a hometown.
An amazing show.
Oh yeah, we've got a hometown favorite here. We've got Alan Kaiser from Night of the Creeps, Next Caller, House of Forbidden Secrets, House of the Witch Doctor, and of course Mama's Family. Everybody remembers Mama's Family. Man, I think it grew some more. We got Jordan Ladd. Chris Sarandon from Child's Play, Bordello of Blood, Fright Night. Chris Mulkey, who's also got a huge list. Cloverfield, The Purge. You can go on and on. And from The Purge, we have Emmanuel Howell going to be here. We have Naomi Grossman, who everybody knows from American Horror Story.
Yep.
Jeff Kober from The Walking Dead, among many other things.
So you're getting the point here, folks?
Yeah, Ken Sagos. It goes on and on and on. It's going to be a great event.
Yeah, and Ken will be talking to next week.
Yes, we will. From Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, and Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Right.
I'm really excited about that one.
Right. I can't wait. We'll also be talking to the great Tom Holland next week.
Oh, Tom Holland is going to be amazing. You know, at first, when I'm noting everything down and putting it on the calendar, it didn't hit me at first, Tom Holland. And so I'm putting everything down. I'm going.
You got to be careful because there's a young actor named Tom Holland, and then there's the Tom Holland.
Exactly. So I was thinking to myself, wait a minute, are we getting the upcoming Spider-Man? Because if so,
no.
I have a lot of questions to ask. So I go to IMDb, and then I realized I had a brain fart for a moment. No, we're getting literally Tom Holland.
Yes.
So my jaw hits the floor, and it took me a moment to get it back in place.
No, I can't wait. I mean, it's got to be one of our biggest interviews. I mean, I'll come right out and say that. You know, the man's just amazing. I can't wait.
Child's Play, Fright Night. Ted will be leading that entire show because I'll be too starstruck to say anything.
I know, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, for both, I mean, there's certain people you actually just look up to, and Tom Holland would definitely be one of them.
Ted's going to break his con cherry on Saturday. He'll be at Crypticon.
Sweet. Yeah, I know, like I said, Sudbury has a con, and I intend to be there next year.
Yeah, I'm going to bring my significant other.
Yeah, Jessica's going too.
Sweet.
Yes. So she'll get a seat. She'll be there with me.
And hey, folks, if you want to be a part of the show, remember we do have a live phone number. You can call in, you can join us, you can ask your questions.
Just don't prank call us, please.
I can see somebody doing it now just because you said it. I know I would.
When they say no, we say yes.
I know I would.
Prank calling might be entertaining. I don't know.
Who's got the number up, boys?
That's actually a good idea. I might have to prank call the station myself sometime.
There you go. Who's got the phone number up so we can get these people calling us? Anybody? There you go. If you want to call in, folks, you can call us at 816-256-3362. That's 816-256-3362.
Just don't call us names, please.
Call us anything but late full.
Oh, Lord.
It's on now. No, seriously, folks, that's what it's all about. I mean, literally, we're here to just, have fun, talk, and we want to include each and every one of you in the show as best we can. So feel free to call in if you've got something you want to ask or if you've got something you want to say.
We have something else we have to talk about also.
Yes, we do.
We need to talk about Malevolent Magazine. The issue is coming up in October.
Uh-oh.
We have Legends coming up. Who we have had a few of those guests, that's a part of that issue on.
We have. And we're working on having even more of them, hopefully. I'd like to actually, I'll say it right publicly. Oh, somebody's calling in here. Let's see who's calling. Oh, hang on. Hopefully it'll let me hear. Sorry about that, guys. That was funny. Yeah, put us on hold. But we still had our first. You guys got a little surprise coming. I just hit the wrong button, and we're going to fix that.
Oh, okay.
Give us a second here. Yeah, you guys got a little surprise coming. I believe that should take care of that. See, we're going to return the favor.
So you're calling me now?
No, you're calling us.
No, so you're calling me back.
No, you're calling us.
No, but you have one guest.
No, this is me. Is that you?
It's me. Is it you?
No. I'm me. You're you. See, so this is me. Is that you?
I know who I am. I know who I am because I hear me at the beginning of every one of your shows.
I'm me, see?
Oh, now we know who it is. It's Amy.
What's up?
Yay!
Like she said,
there's no way that you're going to put a prank out there without me calling, dude. Really?
I told you that way. That's exactly what I said. I could see somebody doing it because I know I would. Welcome to the show, and again, allow us to take this moment to say personally, thank you for all the help. We truly appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's absolutely a pleasure. If you guys didn't do a good job, we wouldn't do what we do.
Thank you. That is appreciated. We're learning.
See, I got to prank you too. So
yes, you did.
Really?
That's cool.
Oh, I'm going to prank the station. I'm trying to think of some soundboards I can download and mess with that later.
He'll do it too. He'll wait till like Saturday night when I'm doing the all request show and have fun with me and stuff.
Well, I do have to call in to let you guys know you did have 3 people on Triple Threat tonight that all have something to do with Malevolent Magazine.
Oh, sweet.
You didn't realize that?
No.
Oh, you got Robert.
We knew 2 of them did.
Yeah, Robert's going to be in Legends coming out October, which is going to be something that you've never seen before. Trust me. Emery and I have been up daily working on that. Shannon, she's going to be in Extreme.
Oh, sweet.
So that's one of our, Shannon's going to be in Extreme. And Lou, Father Evil, has been in the past publication of Malevolent. So you had nothing but Malevolent over your shoulder tonight.
Perfect. That was it, and that's so deserved. And yes, Father Evil, we want to get word out to him. He is welcome on the show anytime. I really think he's got an amazing story. And like I said, in my opinion, he's literally created a movie character, but in the real world, he's taken Con to that level.
Isn't it inspirational, though? I mean,
it's amazing.
To hear the joy that Robert has for this genre, to hear Shannon and the stuff that she's doing, and to hear the story about Lou, who is a working dad that makes this stuff happen, it kind of just gives you a breath of fresh air for the horror genre. I mean, we're doing something right, and there's good people doing it.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
And what's so nice about it also...
Oh, go ahead, Wayne.
No, I was saying what's so nice about it also is, getting to do the kind of, you get to work on something that you love. Put it that way.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, we do the magazine part of it. We put it out there. There's heart in it. You guys do what you do with the broadcasting. The heart's in it. I mean, there is a real passion to all of this, and there's real people doing it. And it is so nice that we all get to kind of put it out there, that it's being done and being done in the right way.
Well, and working together. It's all about working together.
That's it. That's exactly it. Well, the more we work together, the more we all benefit.
That and the fact that we'd all be unemployed. That would suck.
Yeah. I mean, Robert, I mean, for the career that man's had, I got to say, he is so humble. He's a truly inspirational man all around.
And such a pro. He's been there, done that, still doing it, still killing it. It's amazing.
Oh, he sounds like the kind of guy you could sit down and have a beer with and just chat it up.
I stand by it. If I'm going into a dark alley, I'm taking Robert, Tyler, and Kane.
Yeah.
I'd take that list.
You have to watch out for Kane, though, because Kane likes to carry around the fart spray.
I know, that's the only downfall, but, it'd still be fun.
Many other guests have learned about Kane's fart spray.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, your Legends issue, that is going to be amazing. And you've got such a true list of legends that you're going to have on that, plus a tribute to Irwin.
Yes, that is something that we're taking very seriously. We've gotten permission from his family, and that was great. One thing that we wanted to do. So, Eileen, Glick, I know if you're listening, sweetheart, thank you so much for getting us permission to honor Irwin, because it was not, you never want to enterprise on a loss. So it was very much malevolent moral compass to ask permission first to do it. So we're very honored, and it will be done. It will be an issue that has not been done before. We can promise you that. And it's done with not only passion and heart, but with respect. It's truly about legends, and so we're very excited to be able to be the ones putting it out there.
We're very excited also.
I can't wait.
We'll continue to help push it push it also.
Well, actually, that's what I was going to say. If we have our way, we want to try to have all. If we have our way,
and
we'd
Frank
like to have.
Call you.
That's it. Now, if we have our way, we'd honestly like to see all 8 legends on before the release of the issue so that we can get massive word out to this about people.
I'm working on it. I've almost got you guys fully stocked, and we've also got Bill Johnson, who's going to be on your show.
Yes.
Bill is actually going to be featured. He's going to be in our featured every October. What we have set up to do is our collector's edition. These are going to be publications that you're going to want to collect. So Legends is our first. Come October 2016, we're going to do Men Behind the Mask. You're going to talk. It's going to be solely about the men who have done. Tony Moran, Bill Johnson. Bill Johnson's going to be in October 2016, so you guys get to talk to him in a few weeks. So it's just paying homage to the people that if they didn't do what they did, none of us would have jobs. We wouldn't have
the genre. These guys are the true legends and icons, and they deserve all the respect they get. I totally agree.
Yeah,
so
it's going to be amazing.
For everything.
Oh yeah, and we've got it planned out. It's going to be sick.
And then, like Wayne said, when we realized the actual Tom Holland that we're going to be interviewing next week, our jaws literally hit the floor.
Yeah, I had to do
it. Well, see, I work with I work for Eileen Beast, and you know, I love her. She's family, and you know, we have an amazing working relationship. And but I still geek out. I get nervous even addressing Bill Moseley. And when I had to, when Emery and I worked on the interview for Tom Holland, you kind of have to sit there for a second and be like, really? I'm doing this, right? And it's to him, right? Oh my God.
And Eileen, another true legend. I mean, so humble and so fun to interview. That was just massively great entertainment.
Yeah, it's just there's really good people in this industry that it's fun to be one of the people who get to bring out the person who does this. Not only do we love it because it's horror, but you get to bring out that person because that person is kind of fascinating.
Right, and that's what we like to do is just sit and
really
talk.
Fun. Yeah, that's what it's about.
I mean, we decided that we could do the standard question list and everything, and you know the standard. And I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but we preferred to just take more of a just sit and talk attitude towards the interviews, and it seems to be working.
Absolutely.
I got to be honest.
It really does because there's even in the approach of doing the interviews is the questions are that we ask from our particular perspective is you as the person. I actually, believe it or not, ask Bill Moseley what his oh shit moment was. I have to know that. I'd
love to know that. Yep, yeah, I'd love to know
and
that.
that will be in Legends. And I want to know if when you're in the car by yourself driving down the road, what's the song you listen to? Whatever reason, that's fascinating.
I agree.
So it's gonna be pretty awesome.
Bill, Bill's a great guy. I've got to meet him twice.
Yeah, he is.
He's a really nice, down to earth guy.
He really is, and genius, smart, literary. He's brilliant. It's almost he takes away. If you read his bio, you get intimidated. But when you talk to him, it all just drops kind of like, okay, you're awesome. And that's what I love about this, is that a majority of the people that I'm honored to work with they are good people, and they are so worth the time.
I can imagine you're having a blast working for Eileen, because we absolutely loved having her on the show.
Oh, yeah.
She was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was just greatness. I mean, and again, like Robert, so humble and just so down to earth. It was just like we were just sitting and talking.
Especially through our surprise call.
Yeah. You guys were covered nicely. It was brilliant.
I got to admit, like I said, I won't say whose words these were, but it was those damn time zones that got us.
Yeah, I have no idea who said that shit. That's just
Langoliers.
Couldn't imagine who that tripped up before.
But yeah, no, that worked out well.
Not this girl.
Yeah. It worked out well. Shannon settled in. I mean, and Robert, he gave her such amazing advice, I thought, when I asked him that.
We should have just said we meant to do that.
Well, he was even nice enough to say, "Hey, let's not forget about Shannon," even though we were we were on his time.
It was awesome, man.
I know. I was wondering. I thought he was going to maybe get a position on your show, because he was doing some nice interviewing too, dude.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. But in Shannon's defense, we had talked in Facebook, and she understood that Robert was up first, and she was a bit early. But she chose to just stay and join in, and I thought, I got to admit, it's for whatever reason, it definitely seemed to work well.
It worked.
It came off like it was supposed to. It was good, and you even got a prank call from me. So I mean, really.
That's it. It's definitely a fun, and we told people it was going to be the triple threat of fun tonight.
I felt like Bob Barker saying, "Come on down."
Yeah, you're the next contestant on Tales of the Unknown. But that's what it's all about. See, that is truly why we do this. It's because we love horror, we love truth, and we love being able to bring it all together for people in an entertaining way.
Yes, well, yeah. I'll let you guys close out the show, but thank you for letting us be a part of it, and we are grateful for you, and thanks for letting me prank call you, because I was kind of bored on the Monday night, so this was the shit.
Well, hey, thank you for being a part of it and for everything.
Prank caller. Prank caller.
Free to prank call us anytime you want.
Yeah. And honestly, yeah, like Wayne said, thank you to you and Emery both for everything you've done for us and everything we intend to do together. It's a joy to work with you.
Oh, and another birthday shout out to Emery.
Yes,
Happy
definitely.
I know,
Happy
right?
birthday, Emery.
I know.
Yeah.
That old part's probably sitting there like, no way. No way are they doing this. Yeah, so happy birthday, Emery. Ha ha.
You know, I know he's younger than me. I know Emery's actually younger than me, so I highly resemble that remark.
But that's okay, because I'm right up there too, so we're all in it together.
That's it. Well, not these two youngins. We got these two youngins here, eh? These 37-year-olds.
I know. We'll break them in. We'll break them in slowly.
Well, thank you kindly, Amy. It was a pleasure.
All right, sweetheart. We will talk to you guys soon.
All right. Good night, Amy.
Good night.
All right. Good night, guys.
Hey, like we told you, you never know what's going to happen on Tales of the Unknown. There it was, our first official prank call, the one and only Amy Humphries, Malevolent Magazine.
Yay! I'm still trying to think what I'm going to do when I call and prank it.
And I can see you doing it too.
No, I'm serious. My mom, when she was still alive and I was a kid, she got me into pranking people. She'd pull the phone book out and just start calling random numbers.
Oh yeah.
So I became a master of it very quickly.
Is Mr. Wong there? No? Oh, sorry, I must have winged the wrong number. I know, I'm going to hell. It's all good.
Straight to hell.
I'm going straight to hell for that one.
Father Evil will be waiting on you.
Yes, definitely. Oh, we got to get him on the show. I mean, that's an amazing story all on its own. Like she said, it does show the true level of love, though, that the horror genre has. It's its own little cult genre classic, all its own.
Well, it's a wonderful community, is what it is. You've got a lot of people that that go to these conventions and look at each other as family.
And exactly. On the whole, it seems at least to have less ego than any other genre in Hollywood.
Well, there's still some ego floating around, but
I'm not saying there isn't.
It isn't that
bad. Exactly. On the whole, it seems to have less ego than the other genres.
You said whole.
Yeah, that's okay. The other night we said balls. I had to go there.
It was so freeing. You said it again. Well, hey, since we are getting down to I guess we still got about a little less than half an hour left.
Yeah.
But I thought we can talk a bit about next week.
Yes, definitely. No, actually, I want to touch base. I want to make sure people know because, like we said, we have got the amazing honor of interviewing not just Tom Holland, but also Ken Sagoes back-to-back next week.
Yeah, that's going to be great.
I mean, Tom, come on, like Fright Night, Child's Play, some of the most iconic movies. Fright Night's 30 years old now.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. Fright Night just turned 30.
Well, you're so cool, Brewster.
Fright Night, Child's Play. I mean, there's, like he said, there's so many iconic films that he's been a part of.
Right.
Fright Night alone, I mean, that's a big one.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, it's one of the beginnings.
I think that's probably one of my favorites from the 80s.
Oh, definitely.
It's one of my favorites.
He was also part of Langoliers.
Yeah, it's Fright Night. As far as Fright Night goes, it's like House of a Thousand Corpses. It's one of those movies you can watch 1,000 times and watch 1,000 times more gladly. It's just one of those good movies.
Here's a really good one. I don't know if either of you guys have seen it or not. Have either of you watched any of the Masters of Horror series?
Yeah.
It sounds familiar, yeah.
Yep.
Where they have all the greats come in and basically do a little short film and they put them together in these different series. But Tom Holland did one called We All Scream for Ice Cream. And if you have not seen it, you have to see it.
Oh, that just already sounds demented and good. Just because it's from Tom. I just get this feeling it's going to be good.
Hold on, let's see what he did. I don't know if he didn't direct that one. He got to play it. He acted in that one.
Oh, cool.
So that's even better. It was that one was directed by Mick Garris.
Oh, sweet.
There's another icon.
And then I think we said Ken.
Ken Sagoes. Ken Sagoes. I'm really looking forward to interviewing him.
Well, one of the few people that actually got to survive through 2 Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
No, he got it in the second one.
That's what I mean. Like he makes it though to 2 movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not many people made it through 1 movie. This guy got to survive 1 and gets killed in the next one, but at least he got to survive 1 movie.
It looks like he's got something that he was in called No Solicitors, 2015.
Well, we'll definitely have to talk to him about that, and of course any other projects he's got ongoing. And speaking of talking to, I do want to take a second and send out another thank you to both Robert and Shannon for their time tonight. Both were amazing interviews. It definitely shows the heart and dedication to this business.
Oh, most definitely, especially in our little time schedule mix up there. It still worked out great.
Oh, definitely. I mean, yeah, and then, like I said, that shows the camaraderie. Like you said, the family. So many people are more willing to work together. And that's the smartest thing because we all benefit when we all work together. We work against each other, we're only, hurting ourselves. We're not really hurting anybody else. But if we work together, we just keep creating a bigger circle that can only help everybody.
Speaking of working together, I just noticed something here. I was going to pull up...
Nobody saw me do it. Can't prove anything. I'm innocent.
I was going to pull up the charity, and we'll talk about that in a moment, for Ken Sagoes that he's a part of. But as I'm scrolling down to get that information, I ran across a video that a school friend of Ted and I, Erica Stone Bedford, had posted on my Facebook page about, it's a Bigfoot video. I don't know if it's a prank somebody had pulled or what. But she posted it because Ted and I are talking about doing a little small video Bigfoot prank.
Oh, cool.
I was always a fan of scare tactics, and I thought, it'd be fun.
Yep.
Let's go out and try some of
You
this.
already know the guy we're talking about, Doc. We already know. You already know about...
My concern with trying to do that where I live is I'd end up in jail. Somebody would call the cops on me.
Now, it's possible it could happen.
No, I know somebody would call the cops on me here.
I don't think it would be all that bad.
They got no sense of humor in this place, man. It's a seniors town.
Well, here's my idea. If we're going to pull off a small Bigfoot prank, it's too dangerous to do it on the side of the road with cars. So, You want to go where you can find a nice, large
do it in the
walking
trailer park, man.
A walking park.
Yeah, or do it
a
in the
walking
trailer
park would be perfect.
Oh, yeah, walking park would be great.
We have one that's not too far from where Ted lives at. And it's right along the river, and it's in a wooded area. There's no houses or anything around, and it's always packed. So you could have a lot of fun there.
Well, yeah. See, if I knew I wouldn't get arrested, my idea was, my skin mask, my nice tan skin mask. My idea was to go sit down outside the local drugstore because there's like a bus stop there. And as the ladies are coming out, you wait for the ones that got the skin products, and good choice, ma'am. You gotta love the skin you're in. But I know I'd get arrested.
Yeah. I think Grandma might pull some kung fu action on you.
That's it. But I mean, you got to picture that. They're coming up with like oil Vallejo stuff. Good choice, ma'am. As you're palming your face, you got to love the skin you're in.
Yeah, we'll have the victim already picked out in this situation, so we've already done the background check on this one.
Yeah, he's good to go.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like do it random. Just go sit down and do it random.
Yeah, we're gonna
and then let them know afterwards that they're being filmed, of course. But yeah. I'd be the guy that would definitely get the cops called on me or give some poor old lady a heart attack or something. So no, I better keep my ideas to myself because they're like Shannon said, they're kind of those quick demented ideas that would probably get me into trouble in this place.
These would just be better called shorts, I guess we'll call them.
Yep, exactly, and that's it. No, and that's exactly it. Like Wayne had suggested to me, and that's what I'm going to do. Like I'm not taking focus off of my movie or anything, but that's what I want to do is just focus on some fun little shorts and do what I can for now.
Oh yeah,
shorts, some really cool little demented ideas, right? And it's a good way to learn. Like I said, if I have to learn how to do it myself, that's how to learn. I'm not going to try to learn doing, you know what I mean? Like yourself, the woods. Even though it's a short, that's at least 30 minutes, and that's not something to try to learn on. I'm going to learn on 3 to 5 minute little skits. I just think that makes sense.
Well, that's why I threw that one at you because I figured that'd be a fun one to do.
No, exactly. I mean, we can still do it without the scooter too. We can do it different ways.
Find a wheelchair.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. A wheelchair or a walker. I could actually zombify a walker. A walker would be epic. One of those wheeled walkers.
I can just imagine being in a wheelchair and having a zombie.
Well, the walker would be the same thing,
behind
right?
you, or a walker, and having a zombie inches behind you.
just can't get me. I'm like, don't fail me now. Oh yeah, I can see it, and yeah, that's what I mean. I'm just gonna do like short little fun things, just to show people that I'm actually serious.
But you've got to have a crosswalk in that with a light.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna do it down. I do it downtown.
Well, you're trying to get past that light before it turns red, and you got the zombie inches behind you the entire time.
Right.
I think that'd be a lot of fun. Tedro and I have talked about pulling some pranks on my poor nephew.
See, that'd be perfect. Yeah, he's the perfect target. Come on. But your only problem is, I can already see it. You're gonna jump out as Bigfoot, and he's gonna look at you and go, "I like Pokemon."
No, he probably would run.
Yeah, I think he will run.
I told Tedro, I said, if we only had a black van.
Yeah, that'd be epic. Epic. Do the Men in Black deal to him.
We could drive by and catch him outside with ski mask and a black van, and do a fake kidnapping on the poor kid.
Yep.
He would be suspect for it.
Do the Men in Black deal. Do the Men in Black deal. Roll up and he's gone.
He's one of those people that you meet, and you could tell him that you just came from court, and he's on the docket.
Oh man, you guys get that one set up. Let me know, because the day before we'll get him over to Ted's, and I'll literally be going, man, you know, there's people asking about you, man. What the hell have you been talking about? What the hell have you been saying, man?
Oh my goodness,
you better be careful, dude. You better be careful, man. I'm telling you, they're looking for you, man.
Lose it. Conspiracies.
Next day, you guys roll up and take him out.
The smoking man.
Hey, it's all in good fun. It's all in
the name of a few million hits on YouTube.
Hey, it's creativity, and you know, like Einstein said, creativity is intelligence having fun.
Yes, it is.
Like I said, it's all in the name of a couple million hits on YouTube. Come on.
Oh, you want it.
You know, I'm excited for Crypticon to get here. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
I hear you, dude. I so wish I could be there. Like, it's an amazing lineup. And Chaz deserves, I mean, just like Malevolent and everything they've done, Chaz himself, he deserves props. I know he hasn't done anything for us or the show, and I'm not trying to say that, but just for what he does, the show that man puts on every year, he deserves full respect and full props. Because he puts on one of the best cons, in my opinion, around. He's always got a star-studded guest list. And the guests that he brings in are always known for having the best time with the fans. Making it truly personal. And that's amazing. Like you said, like you can go to the bar and drink with these people.
Oh, yeah. I think I can't tell how many stories that I've sat at the bar and drank with people that I never would have dreamed I'd be drinking with in my life.
Right, exactly. And then that's what I'm saying. Like, he puts on such an amazing show all on his own that it's just boom, you know? And he deserves full props.
Ted's going to have a blast.
Yeah, I mean, he brings a lot to Kansas City because, I mean, if he didn't, we wouldn't have that situation. And, you know, for cosplay people, I mean, I've already told you, I mean, they put a lot of dedication into their club.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and Crypticon's getting more cosplay. It didn't at first, and this would be year 5. But I noticed last year there was quite a bit of it, and we've always had that here because we've had Planet Comic Con, which is a really big event. But that's mainly all comics and sci-fi.
Right, but exactly, cosplay has taken a switch though, where it's branched out into horror as well.
Right,
it's done everything.
And that's what's so great about what Chaz started here, bringing Crypticon here, is we didn't have that. In Kansas City, Missouri has a massive horror fan base. So, it worked out really well.
And that's it. And it's always one of the biggest cons, in my opinion, of the year. It's at least one of the best.
I mean,
I tell everybody, if you can only go to one, man, go to KC. You won't regret it.
I want to go to the one coming up in Chicago.
Yeah. Bruce Campbell's in Chicago. That is it, but I mean that's not a yearly deal.
Well, and that's the one thing that Chaz is working on here at Crypticon Kansas City.
Right.
Every year it's growing and growing, and we keep getting bigger and better guests, and that's a good thing. One of these days we're going to get Bruce Campbell. We're going to have Robert Englund.
Oh, exactly. I mean, it's not like you're getting nobodies as it is.
Yeah, I didn't read the whole list. Like I said, it kept going.
Exactly. It's just going and going and going. It's a huge... I mean, and Chaz busts his ass every year for this.
Yeah, between that, working, taking care of his family, his band, Devil Sex, they're, all the gigs they're playing and practices. I know they practice really heavy. And the films, he's always part of films in some way, shape, or form.
Right.
I know that they're doing one right now called Genomorph. And it is written and produced and directed by Chaz, I believe. So that one I'm really excited to see a teaser or a trailer for.
Cool. So again, seriously, man, hats off to Chaz. And that's dead serious. Full respect, man. The man deserves it all.
I've been watching a lot of films here lately myself.
Yeah, me too. I've been watching a lot of TV lately. Well, I won't say TV because I got rid of cable and got my Android box. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of movies, man. A lot,
I've got to get one of those.
It's like I was saying to Ted, I can't really see how we're going to get an Iron Man 4 like some people keep crying for, because, I mean, he clearly ends a clean slate at the end of the movie.
At the end of which one?
At the end of Iron Man 3.
Oh, no, he didn't end.
He blows up all the suits, and he even throws his power cycle into the water.
Yeah, but then he comes back in Age of Ultron. And he's got more suits. He's got the Hulkbuster suit that stays up in space.
Oh,
so
is Age of Ultron after? Because what I was thinking they were going to do is play it back.
He wasn't done. He took, after the devastation from that film, he took a short break. But no, he came back for Age of Ultron.
Well, he had to, man. I give them credit after everything he'd been through the wormhole. They basically had him playing an anxiety, PTSD'd superhero, and it was just epic. I give Robert Downey credit, man. Iron Man 3 was the best of the series, in my opinion, so far.
Oh, Robert Downey Jr. is an amazing actor, and I don't think they could have picked anybody else to play the role.
No, I mean,
Tony Stark,
he had the Playboy down. He's got everything I remember from the comics, and like I said, when they had him do this anxiety deal in this one, man, it was just amazing. He did it so well.
I know. One of the things they've talked about is if they don't do a Iron Man 4 film, what's going to happen is they're going to continually bring Iron Man into other films. They'll do a lot of crossovers. Them to do is go the back route, because we still got Civil War and all that to cover yet, right? Because and in Age of Ultron, at the end of that, it splits off, and you have a new Avengers team. So now the first team is kind of went off and they're on a hiatus. And Captain America and Black Widow have now taken these new guys and are going to take over.
Right, and then you've got the other side. The Civil War is actually part of the wormhole scenario. It's what happens before Tony gets back. That's how he's part of the Civil War scenario, and that is through that wormhole incident.
What, on Civil War?
That's how he ended up part of it. Yeah, Iron Man was actually part of that.
Well, I know, but Civil War is going to follow up Age of Ultron, and what's going to happen is
that's all pre, so that's believable. Because, like I said, I loved how Part 3 just totally kind of like every time they would bring it up, he would avoid the wormhole.
Right. Yeah, I'm really.
There is that. That's something that he couldn't just explain, because, as we know, there's a whole storyline behind how he gets back from that wormhole.
Yeah.
You can't just explain that quick. So I loved how they used the anxiety and everything to get him out of having to talk about it, and to be able to avoid it for an upcoming film. So I can't wait for Civil War.
I'm excited for anything that Marvel puts out, because the way I see it, they haven't done anything wrong.
Part 2, can't wait. Part 1 was just flat out amazing.
That'll be a big one also.
Terminator Genesis, though. I really want to talk about Terminator Genesis for a second. It took a bit of heat, and I really don't understand why. I've never seen a movie that actually so believably explained its entire storyline, picked up every plot hole, even went through to create, if you actually watched carefully, both impossible memories that fed the whole story, the whole new storyline. You actually see them created.
I agree with you.
Movie.
When I got to watch the film, I didn't know what to expect because of the way a lot of people were talking, but I did remember that James Cameron himself had said that, when he saw it, he kind of fanboyed out, and he considered it the official third film. And I was the exact same way. I got to see T2 with the drive-in. I got to see Terminator 1 when it came out in the theater. So to get to see that movie, I felt like a kid again watching Genesis.
Genesis was just. And I would love to ask Arnold what it felt like to wear the latex mask to look so young again. I mean, okay, you can clearly tell it was latex, but he was supposed to. He was a Terminator. You know what I mean? When they send him back, and he meets him, I mean, it was so cool seeing the different ages. And then when he comes and meets him in the future, like a modern Arnold, all gray-haired and everything, it was just epic how they did that.
Yeah, a lot of people had a problem with it not being R-rated, but that's okay. I didn't have a problem with that whatsoever. I thought it was still a good film.
That movie was phenomenal. I mean, it didn't need to be it was just perfect as it was. And I have to agree, if there's one I would consider to be Part 3, that would be it. That's the truest. And again, I love how they so effectively explain the whole new storyline bit.
Oh yeah, the John Connor twist, all the way down to the free release of the basically the virus in itself that they were going to release across all computers, devices.
Yep, and then I mean even there the two impossible memories, you see them actually created when she stops. The young Kyle in the stairs takes his hand and runs her finger down it with a straight line. There's Impossible Memory 1. And at the end, you see Kyle go to Kyle and give him the message. Genesis is Skynet. You can defeat it. Boom.
I hope they make
number 2.
I hope they make another one. I hope they make another one. But if they don't, I can consider that one a fitting ending.
Oh, that would be a great way to end it. I mean, and I got to admit, I thought it was kind of cool if they did kill off Arnold, like the way they kind of made it look. But I had to give them credit. After all the old but not obsolete jokes, to have him come back when she says, "I thought you were dead." No, just upgraded. That was so perfect.
Yeah,
he
got his upgrade too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, well
Tedro, are you still with us?
Oh yeah, brother. I'm still here.
You've been quiet tonight.
I think Tedro's a little insane in the membrane. The fog banks have moved into the north.
It has crept in. I thought you fell asleep on us. I think
one bong too many, I think. Are you gapping out on us over there, Tedro?
Oh, I'm just listening to you guys.
He's like, you guys are rambling on all the time. I'm not going to say nothing.
Can't get word in edgewise with you two, man.
We're horrible.
You're too much.
Well, folks, I mean, that is a typical Tales of the Unknown for you. Honestly, this is what it's all about. We're this is what we do.
We ramble.
It's all about, it's about just, talking. It's literally the best form of communication is just to sit and talk to somebody, and that's what we love doing. So if you've got a project, a movie, whatever you want to promote, a charity, anything, you let us know, and we'll get you on the air anytime you like, right here on Tales of the Unknown. But
Tales of the Unknown,
wrap, bro. I mean, we're down to about 3 minutes here. An amazing night. I definitely want to take a second, a third time, and thank both Robert and Shannon and Amy.
Thank you, guys.
And Emery, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Emery.
Be careful, Emery. Tedro likes doing that Maryland dance. He might even do it for you in his tinfoil jockstrap. You never know.
I learned from you, Doc. You do it so well, brother.
The master.
Si, senor.
Power of Skype.
Ted, I'm excited. We've got coming up here shortly. It has nothing to do with movies or horror or any cosplay stuff. That is football. We're almost in football season.
The time of football.
Yes. Beer drinking and the Kansas City Chiefs are in order.
Can't wait for some Chiefs foosball, huh, Wayne?
I can't.
Yeah, it should be fun. Yeah.
You guys and your fool's ball.
I know, our foosball.
Inflategate, man. Inflategate.
They have to make that stuff really important for you to look at. You know how that works.
Right? I know, right?
But it's so heavy. It's all the air in it.
I just gotta let some of the air out, Coach. I just gotta let some of the air out.
I don't follow.
There's just too much pressure. There you go. They were choking so much they had to relieve the pressure. Oh! Too soon? Is that too soon?
I'm eager to see what's going to happen with the changes during off season.
You know I'm going to hell.
See.
Oh, they're supposed to be doing random pressure checks at halftime.
Doc, do you have any team at all that you root for?
No, not anymore, man. I was a Bears fan years ago, but not anymore.
What? A Bears fan? Hey, that's a good team.
I was a Bears fan years ago, but I'm talking about the McMahon days and that. Yeah, the fridge.
The Bears.
Remember Refrigerator Perry?
Oh yeah.
McMahon getting all his fines for the Adidas headbands and everything. That's when I was a Bears fan. I don't watch any pro sports anymore. I just don't believe in it. I believe they're overpaid whiners that don't deserve the money they're given. I don't think anybody's worth that amount of money on any profession. Nobody's that much better than anybody else.
Or a senator.
Believe in these. I don't care if it's a movie actor, a senator, a lawyer, a doctor, an athlete. Nobody is worth that much more than anybody else. Nobody. That's one of the biggest problems with the world. I don't care what job you do. Nobody's worth more than the next guy. Or at least that's the way it should be.
Unless you're Tom Holland. That guy made Fright Night.
Okay. Well, yeah, we'll give Tom his own realm.
Tom can have whatever he wants.
Yeah, I agree there. That's gonna, I'll say it publicly. That's gonna be a fun interview because Tedro's gonna have to take the lead. I think we're both gonna be jaw dropped fanboying out here.
Oh, I know. I'll be stuttering.
No, I gotta be honest and say it up front. I have a very funny feeling that much like everybody else, we're gonna find a very humble man. That's gonna be amazing and entertaining to interview.
No, yeah, I bet Tom will be great.
Oh, it's awesome what he did with that movie. I mean, everything.
And you never know, if we need help, you might get a crazy prank call from people like Amy again,
She's got our number. She'll be pranking anytime.
And she'd go and get us for that.
Take us home, Doc. Let's get out of here.
She's got the number. Yep. All right, folks. We are heading on out of here, and you know what? We will see you all next week. In the meantime, keep it real.